What's up? It is the Wolf, and I am back at it again with another video. Samurai Jack Season 5 has recently come to an end, and instead of doing the usual in-and-out review of Episode 10, I decided to try my hand at something different. This season of Samurai Jack dealt with some pretty mature content since the show was moved to Adult Swim. Jack is shown to be dealing with various forms of mental disorders such as PTSD and chronic depression. So is it too far of a stretch to ask if one thing? What if Jack was already dead?
Oh my God!
I'll explain to you why Jack is dead already with a little help from the Christian belief system, similes, metaphors, and imagery you probably missed while watching the show. Or maybe I'm just digging a little too deep, but who cares, because this is What If Samurai Jack Was Already Dead. As we know in the previous season, Jack is sent back in time by the shape-shifting god Aku. But what if Aku killed Jack that day? It is stated many times in the opening credits for Season 5 that Jack is no longer aging.
I do not age. Time has lost its effect on me.
Something that echoes through the viewer's ears as we watch the opening monologue and rings with callbacks to Catholicism and a particular story, Dante's Inferno. Dante's Inferno is a story about a crusader who battles through the 9 realms of hell or purgatory, depending on what version you read. Now, I won't say these two series coincide exactly, but there are some parallels that can't be ignored. One in particular is the first circle of hell in Dante's Inferno, Limbo. Limbo is where the righteous souls go, and it's not hard to believe that Jack could be considered one of these righteous souls by the powers that be. If he died fighting a demon overlord, it's not going to get more righteous than that.
Excellent!
When we arrive in the first episode of Samurai Jack Season 5, Jack is still fighting the good fight as if he's trapped in a constant existence to do what is right. Throughout the episode, we are given all kinds of imagery through the eyes of Jack's newfound disorder, PTSD. It is something the character will continue to battle with as he is haunted by the souls of his life before. One particular vision shows his father being burned alive in a style of imagery that seems to be a callback to Christianity.
Father?
What?
We've
been waiting for you so long, but you never came back.
No, Father, Aku destroyed the way home.
I don't understand. You are the only one who could save us.
Father.
He destroyed everything. Everything is burning.
This callback is important because religious imagery from Christianity will continue to be present in the form of the samurai horseman that appears to Jack during his PTSD episodes. Not to mention, there are exactly 4 samurai ghosts that will haunt Jack, so to speak, like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. According to the Catholic Church, the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are death, famine, war, and conquest. It is stated several times in the opening that Aku has brought all of these things across the world.
The suffering continues. Aku's grasp chokes the past, present, and future. Hope is lost.
During these lines, we see the exact imagery that would come to mind with the names like death, famine, war, and conquest. Needless to say, these samurai probably weren't the best to have around your kids on a playdate. For these samurai ghosts to hang so heavily around Jack, specifically Death, would make perfect sense because he failed in his duty to prevent Aku from world domination. A heavy load to bear on anyone's shoulders, I'm sure. Jack was prepared to commit seppuku. Not sure if I pronounced that right, but it is a form of Japanese ritual suicide by disembowelment. It was originally reserved for samurai. A samurai practice, seppuku, was either voluntarily used by samurai to die with honor rather than fall into the hands of their enemies and likely suffer torture, or as a form of capital punishment for a samurai who had committed serious offenses or performed because they had brought shame to themselves. Since the idea of dishonor is such a heavy theme in Samurai Jack, Jack's motives and even the horsemen's motives for egging Jack into seppuku could either be for punishment or due to shame. But Seeing how this theory is based around purgatory and there are many metaphors and similes visible in the show to support this theory, it is easy to say that this was more than likely Jack's punishment or penance. In order to be clean, to move beyond purgatory and into paradise, an individual will have to fulfill their penance. The idea of purgatory or limbo state, according to the Catholic Church, is this. In Roman Catholic theology, purgatory is an intermediate state after physical death in which some of those ultimately destined for heaven must first undergo purification so as to achieve the holiness necessary to enter the joy of heaven. A lot like Dante, Samurai Jack spends much of his time wandering aimlessly through the dark forest, aka purgatory, having to confront their past demons. Dante is accompanied by a poet named Virgil the Great, who Ashi seems to take after. During his lifetime, Virgil wrote about how the fall of Troy, a city you've probably read the story on 1,000,000 times in every English class you've ever attended, led to the establishment of Rome. Throughout the story, he emphasizes that those hardships brought something amazing. Ashi, though, made not in the same eloquent choice of words, has a constant similar purpose in the show. She acts as Jack's hope, a lifeline that continues to keep him afloat during his stay in purgatory. She is a constant reminder that not all hardships will last, and a taste of paradise is only reached when we face our pain. For Jack, that's dishonor in failing to protect the innocents. Much like Virgil, Ashi ceases to exist after Jack frees himself of his final demon, and is able to move beyond purgatory. Being the daughter of a coup, when Jack rid the world of him, Ashi was next on the chopping block. It is possible to believe that Ashi is a conjuring of Jack's own imagination in an attempt to stay sane and have grounding while in purgatory, but that's a theory for another time.
Really, nigga?
In the same way that Dante has to overcome his sins to get his version of paradise, Jack had to overcome his loss and dishonor to accept his fate. When he finally faces his biggest demon of all, a coup, Jack is finally able to move out of the purgatory state into the past of his own personal paradise. A coup is gone and his world is safe. Even after so much loss, Jack has found some type of paradise. With all these things in mind, it's not hard to believe that Jack was actually killed during battle with the coup, and was unable to move on due to the emotional baggage and sense of duty. Since he failed in his mission and blood now stained his hands, he had to be cleansed to move on to the afterlife. Jack had to battle through his own human emotion and learn to be at peace with what came from his adventures. Well, that's my theory. Do you think Jack may have been dead the entire season? Let me know in the comment section below. If you don't, what's your theory? Let me know. Did you like this little switch up a Rooney for videos? Let me know in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe, and please feel free to join the GeekETV Patreon. You can join for as little as $1 a month, and you can get things like exclusive content, geeky workout videos, free t-shirts, and so much more. So I don't know what you're waiting for. Like, share, subscribe, and even though the wolf has got a scat, just remember, long live the wolf pack.